Vague refers to something that is unclear or imprecise in its meaning or intention. Inconsistent, on the other hand, refers to something that does not remain the same or is not uniform in its behavior or quality.
Last couple weeks been fucking up on me. Anyways, welcome back to Vaguely Inconsistent. Jack, Duke, and Lou.
Hey,
just don't talk blackface and we'll be fine.
I'd like to finish the podcast
the
out.
Scissors.
I'd like to finish out the podcast this week, guys.
Yeah, you were missing for like the last 10 minutes of last week's episode.
I don't think I really can. I don't think I can. It was probably the best 10 minutes of the podcast so far, so it's fine.
Well, the audience is lucky we spent the first 15, 20 minutes talking about the draft, not recorded.
Hey, some of the audience, some of them nerds, and some of them nerds just like us, man. At least me. Wait, you're asking hockey. Don't even give me that. You're into Raiders, Mr. Raiders over there, Mr. Hockey over there. You're a sports. We that's what makes us so good. We cover everything.
Check it. Last week we got a new listener from Norway.
Nice,
Arendelle.
Oh damn. Frozen,
right? Yep.
So is this episode going to be known as "Let It Go" to honor them? Is that give them a shout out?
Well, it's either that or the ship is sinking. I'm not sure which one of these is great.
If the ship is already like underwater, can it sink? Is that
Oh, you know what? Since we are talking about the draft a little bit, y'all, we were talking about it before we click record. Jack, I believe Raiders fan, Duke, Vikings fan, and I am a Steelers and a Giants fan. So we were talking. It's funny. After all that, we were talking Atlanta, y'all. What the hell?
Right?
What the hell is Atlanta doing, man? They go from let's get rid of our coach because he's a jackass, because he kind of is, and now he's my Pittsburgh Steelers offensive coordinator. Yay!
Najee Harris is going to get a ton of work next year.
Oh, he is. Everybody draft him number one as your running back because he's going to get volume. Those Le'Veon Bell days, 400 touches. Expect that for Najee Harris. But damn, I don't know. I mean. Overall, the draft was kind of underwhelming. Atlanta at least made it interesting to talk about.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Yeah. I'm happy. Go ahead. Sorry, Luke.
No, we're still. I was going to switch over to hockey. It was like because Vegas is up 2-0, number 8 seed over number 1 seed. Yep. But no, who's talking about that?
No, go ahead. Let me find my phone.
Yeah, exactly.
The only road team that is winning. Everybody else has won home games. Everybody else, all the other teams that are playing, everybody's won at home.
Almost everybody.
Vegas is the only team that's won.
Nah.
On the road.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I didn't know it was that crazy.
Yeah.
Well, except for today, I guess, because the East started off on the road with Game 3s today, and both teams won with Boston and Carolina, I think, or whoever it was in Carolina.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, it was something. But the East is crazy,
Tampa Bay and Carolina.
There we go. It's like they're both up 3-0. So that's just blowouts over. Hopefully Vegas can do the same thing.
Was Vegas a better road team this year, or?
Nah, I don't know. They were middle of the pack. No, I think they're a better home team, but they were middle of the pack.
They have one of the best home records.
Yeah, and don't forget,
season.
Dallas is the 1 seed who they're playing, and Vegas is the 8 seed, and they're 8 seed. Like I said, up 2-0, starting both games on the road, winning both of them. Mm-hmm. I think they beat Dallas like 8 straight times or something like that. It's not pretty for Dallas.
And these are 7-game series.
Best of 7, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, best 7.
So they come back home either. I think it's Saturday. I don't think they play tomorrow.
Saturday and Monday.
Sunday, Monday. Yeah. So Sunday, Monday. Next 2 games in Vegas. Hopefully that ends the series.
Are you going to either of the games, Jack?
No. Them playoff tickets are too expensive, dude. Vegas is a straight up hockey town.
Yeah.
tickets during the regular season before they won the cup were about $90-ish.
Mm-hmm.
But now they're all pushing well over 100 for regular season. These playoff tickets I've seen people post are like 400 for like 2 seats.
Mm-hmm.
You know what?
Ridiculous.
I will do $400 worth of food and sit my ass on my couch.
There you go. I'll do $400 at the bar with a bunch of other people who are deciding to invest their money way more wisely.
Man,
Right.
I get the atmosphere and all, but if I'm going to do something like that, and obviously the ticket's going to be more expensive, but if I'm going to do something like that, it's going to be a clinch opportunity for a cup. I'll go to that game. I mean, and that's a gamble in itself because I clinched that night. So,
well, let's just hit all the major sports since we're talking about it. Jack, give us your 2 cents on the A's moving to Vegas. If you want it to happen, if you think it'll happen, are you excited or do you not care?
It's happening. They already got the implosion and asbestos permits for the Trop.
Well, but
for the stadium,
but they're already asking for money from the. I mean, I guess this is a bigger conversation for another time, maybe. But what's your opinion of million and billionaires asking for public money for sports stadiums?
I think it's stupid.
Yeah,
they did the same thing with the Raiders stadium too.
Yeah,
but the baseball stadium's not going to bring money in like the football stadium,
right?
I mean, freaking Taylor Swift was at Allegiant.
Yeah,
she sold that bitch out easily. But what do they do at baseball stadiums off season?
Yeah,
nothing.
You can still do smaller concerts there.
Well, and it's Vegas, so they'll have like an out, especially because they'll have
something.
They'll have a cover. I mean, aren't they going to build? Isn't it supposed to have a cover?
Yeah, it's going to be domed, almost like a
open
seashell or something.
Yeah, it's like a cover. Yeah, it's not a dome. It doesn't seal. It's like an open, right?
Yeah, it's like one of those cornucopia things at Thanksgiving. Like everybody's inside, but it's open.
Yeah,
like towards a strip or something.
Okay, I haven't seen the design, but okay, that's not bad. For me, I don't know because the team goes there, stadium goes up. It does generate, economically. It's usually, as long as you have a good team, especially, it does benefit the city.
Well, then you don't want the A's to move to Vegas because the A's have not been good in it's not even about the A's. The owners of the A's are fucking terrible owners.
I agree with that. That's your problem. Kind of like the Rockies out here, right?
Yeah.
Same thing. Terrible owner. But they still top 10 in attendance every year because people want to go out for the atmosphere. That same thing may happen out there. The A's suck, but think about when the Dodgers show up, when the Cubs show up, when the Yankees show up, when the Red Sox show up. All that is going to fill that stadium. That's what happens here in Colorado. In Colorado, they've had like record lows of attendance, but they've also played shitty people. When the Dodgers are out here in a month and a half or so, when the Yankees and all that, when they're coming out here, it's a sellout. So I don't know. Overall, my first opinion is fuck that. Build your own stadium. You are a $4 billion or whatever the value of football. It's $6 billion, but whatever the value of your team is, you got your value is that much. Build your own shit. You don't need. But if they do it, I hope they do like what they did with the Broncos. Okay, you're using money from the people. Then you have to sell discounted tickets every year to the people, and they do. So there's not too many, for 70,000 seat stadium or whatever the hell it is. It's not even maybe
it's like 50 people that get them.
I don't even think it's 10%. It might be 5%, but at least that option is there where you can go to a game that's normally $300 or whatever. You can get a $60 ticket. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of cool. So if they're gonna do it, I need them to do it that way. Else, F you, man. I don't care if you're baseball. Pick any of the 4 majors. Build your own stadium. Yep. Fuck you. Mm-hmm.
Well, because most of the owners are multiple business owners. Like they don't just own a team, right? They have other incomes. They have other ways of making money and being able to pay for things like that and cover it. So.
Yeah, Atlanta is a good. We talked about them earlier. I mean, their owner owns Home Depot. I mean, come on. So they've got other sources and all that. There's just, again, what is it? Once you have money, what do you want? More money. So they're just trying to be
More
greedy,
money.
and it's like, oh,
And
well,
you're free to lose it.
we're a benefit, and if you don't vote your taxes to give us a new stadium, we're just going to leave and go to a different city. It's like, well, that threat is kind of a less of a big deal anymore, because a lot of times people are like, fine, go.
Well, that's what Phoenix did when the Coyotes wanted a new stadium. They said, "Okay, peace,
Yeah.
good luck,
Yeah, we're going to
Godspeed."
Utah. Yeah, we'll see you in Utah. That sounds great.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's like how bad. What is it? Didn't that happen? Isn't that how San Diego ended up losing the Chargers? Same thing.
yeah,
I think so.
They
similar.
They weren't
Yeah.
going to renovate.
Well, they
rebuild
weren't.
Qualcomm.
But those owners always wanted to move to LA because they thought they'd make more money.
Yeah, how'd that work out for them when every time that their home games are all away games because it's packed by everybody
Yep.
else?
Yeah.
Well, Raiders aren't much better in that sense. It's usually 50,
for sure.
50-50 if you go to a Raiders game.
Yeah, I think when I came and watched the game, I think we had that conversation, Jack, that it was 50% purple, 50% black and silver,
yeah.
and
Shit.
we all regretted going out that day.
And oh my God, that was a 3-0 game?
Yep.
Oh God.
Yep.
And it was even worse when I was there with Jack for the Steelers game, man. It was more Steelers for sure than it was Raiders.
Yeah.
Broncos.
There's a lot of
50-50.
Steelers fans in Vegas, though.
Yeah, a lot of Steelers fans everywhere. Let's be real. Cowboys fans, Steelers fans, Patriots fans over the last 25 years. Well, actually, last 30. People keep forgetting that the Patriots were in the Super Bowl in '96. So it's not like, don't get me wrong. Obviously, they had their 4 down years after that, and they lost to the Packers in that Super Bowl. But so for 30 years, the Patriots were good. It wasn't just the Tom Brady area. They had. What was it? Bledsoe who lost to Favre in that Super Bowl.
Yeah,
but
Drew Bledsoe.
I don't know. So, but overall, but kind of a boring draft. I'm not gonna lie, I fell asleep. I'm glad I set an alarm, or I wouldn't have been on right now.
We would have started pestering you.
I said, I was doing 3 other things. I was working, I was training, then I was watching hockey, and then the draft. I was like a distant third.
Oh,
Yeah,
guys, the phone lines are lighting up, guys. Let's get a caller in about. This is Stu from New York. I'm calling.
You're right.
This is
you were totally good. This is Vinny. What the hell are the Giants doing?
Yeah, this is VIIX Radio, Sports Talk Radio.
VIIX, nice. Took me all of half a second to get that one.
Actually, that really works, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
I didn't even think about it until right now. Oh man, we should have saved that for the podcast. Then for the podcast name. Should have saved it for the podcast name.
Oh my God, that's funny. I'm all like, why do you come up with?
You're clever one sometimes.
Oh my God. So Duke, going to Comic-Con this year, first time in a while for you. Got to be a decade and a half. How was your experience been so far?
Jesus Christ, dude. I can't even. Yeah. All right. So we'll do. I guess we'll do.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do some. I'm gonna do some backstory, and then I'll. So back when Jack and I first started going to Comic-Con, it was never a problem getting a hotel. You were always able to get a hotel in the area. I think one year we did a shuttle, but there was one year when Jack got a room at the Omni, and he booked it like no problem. Like he just was like, boom. There was no fucking hassle. There was no you called ahead and you worked with the hotel that you wanted to stay at, and you were good to go. And in the interim. So then I stopped going. Like my life changed, my living situation changed, and all of that kind of stuff, and I stopped going. But I was on multiple text threads and email threads over the years with these two guys and whoever else happened to be going that year. And just listening to the email threads, reading the email threads, reading the text threads, I was like, Jesus Christ! Like I picked a good time to not be going, because every single time I got my phone, I got my laptop, I got my computer, I got my refrigerator, I got my toaster. All of them are logged into the browser, and they're all in the queue, and they're all waiting. And when you have that across 15 people, and then it's like, oh, I got in, and then you get 8 other people going, get me a ticket, get me a room, get me this, get me parking, get me that. And I'm just like, man, what a fucking hassle. So then this year I decided, hey, my July, like after I have a trip in May, after that I have nothing on my docket. The travel book is clear. So I was like, I'll join these guys for Comic-Con. Like Comic-Con is a lot different than it was the last time I went. In some regards, in some ways it's the same. Like, and so I bought my plane tickets. And then the hotel reservations for the pre-sale popped on, right? Pre-sale, is that the right phrasing? Like it's
hotel apocalypse.
Yeah, it started on Friday. All 3 of us are chatting in our text thread about, jumping on and doing all that kind of stuff. I was the first one to get in. I will say I probably waited 8-10 minutes after the queue opened up. I was the first one to get in. I picked a bunch, like they had you fill out a form that said, pick which hotels you want, pick which location you want, all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, cool. Like, I'm 10 minutes in. It's not like we logged in at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock to get into the queue, right? And then eventually Jack and Lou both got into the queue as well. And we were sitting there on Monday. They then at the end, they're like, we'll send you your reservation. We'll process your request over the weekend, and we'll send you the offers for rooms on Monday. So Monday pops. The circles that Jack and Lou are in, as far as like the collecting and that type of thing, and Comic-Con, they were getting people who were getting reservations, and then a bunch of people who were getting, sorry, none of your stuff was available. Around 1:30, 2 o'clock, I finally get an email saying, oh, sorry, all of your rooms that you wanted are reserved. We have nothing for you, but you can go and do the general sale on the 2nd. Or whatever date, whatever, May 2nd, May 3rd, whatever it was. And I'm like, what's the fucking difference between what I just did and the 2nd? Like, if I picked rooms, like, and then whatever, like, just say, hey, these are the rooms that, we couldn't get you your 6 options. You wanted to stay downtown. Here are the options that we have available for you. Maybe we don't even have 4 rooms or however many rooms we asked for, right? We could only get you 2 rooms. We could do whatever. But no, it's just like, no, fuck off. And I'm just like, okay, cool. So now I get to do this whole fucking thing again on the 3rd, when there was nothing that I did on Friday that was any different than what I'm going to do on the 3rd. Like, to me, there was what was the point? And maybe you guys can explain this to me.
True.
What was the point of doing this shit on Friday when I'm going to be fighting in the same queue on the 3rd? With potentially more people, because I didn't even have to be like a Comic-Con, I didn't have to put in like my Comic-Con number or anything like that.
That's true.
So to me, it's like, what was the point of this? Why wasn't this just a public sale? Why, instead of saying you get nothing and then you got to come back in a month, they couldn't just be like, click on this link and we'll take you to the rooms that are available, and then go that way. Like, to me, that's the shit that always drove me crazy about Comic-Con. Like, then when they started, now they're charging for fucking preview night. What the fuck is up with so there was a lot of things that happened over the last 12 years that I just go like, you're making the experience way more difficult and stressful, and you're not adding anything to it, right? There's nothing more that Comic-Con has done than they did when I was going, right? Like, it's not like they say, hey, we raise the prices. You're paying twice as much for a ticket than you did 12 years ago. But we're not giving you, the experience isn't improved at all.
Wait, why would it? Supply and demand. Why would
my point is, though, that even with the rooms and stuff like that, the rooms are the same. Like, the experience is the exact way it was 15 years ago, right? And maybe that was part of the reason why I said, I'm good, I'm out. Like, I just don't want to deal with the fucking hassle anymore. I don't feel like that experience of going to Comic-Con that we used to have is there anymore. Like, the hoops and the process is so much more difficult, right?
I could see that, except that only would apply to this process. The experience, once you're there, I think you'll still enjoy it and enjoy that whole thing.
Of course.
But yes, what's happening now with how to get a ticket and then how to get a hotel, holy crap. Yeah, I could definitely see the frustration on that one.
I mean, the fact that all three of us put in room requests and none of us got anything, like, tell me, but yet there'll be rooms available on May 2nd. Okay, well then just give me the fucking rooms now, because I already went through your process. So you're making me do it again.
True. I don't disagree with you.
I understand the logic.
That's true. If anybody could get in for Hotel Apocalypse, then why not just have that be the process?
Well, here's the thing. I see what you're saying. And the only thing I can come up with of why that's not an option, at least after the fact, is because there are a limited number of rooms. Okay, great. And we don't know what the hotels are blocking out for us. So is their entire hotel blocked out for us? Probably not, because we've been there enough times to see other people in the hotels that are not there for Comic-Con. So with that, there's only a limited number of rooms available. Okay, fine. And then it's like, well, if I didn't get through, but there's rooms available on Thursday, why are there rooms available on Thursday of next week? And it's like, oh, well, because remember, you put in a bunch of different rooms. If you change your mind, if you got chosen, and then after the end of the day, you're like, oh, actually, nah, I'm good. I don't want to stay at that place. I'm not going to go ahead and process and pay for my hotel to reserve everything. Then that opens up another room. So is your argument that they should just give that room that opened up to somebody who was in the queue, the week before? It's like, oh, well, this person doesn't want the Omni, so let's give it to somebody else. Okay, who's that somebody else? Is it by the order you came in? It could be, or they could just say, screw it. Everybody, all rooms that people decided they didn't want, we're just going to throw all those to the general queue and not try to go back, especially if what I'm hearing is correct, that all this is done manually. So that could be a reason why they do it.
So when you submit your list, you think they block off your whole list, you pick from what you want, and then those are the rooms that go back out for general.
Wait, you lost me on that one.
Well, so
you submit your list of 12 rooms, right?
Okay.
They come back and say,
12,
hey, bro,
12 hotels. So, like, you pick your
Yeah.
Like, okay, bro, you got the Omni. Cool, I'm gonna take the Omni. But then does Gaslamp and Marriott and all that drop off, and then that's what they put back into the general pool?
I don't think so. I don't think they'll take them out of the pool just because it was on your list. I don't think that happens at all. I think the only thing that's going in because if you look at some of the blogs, a lot of times the blogs, the San Diego Comic-Con blogs that help with all this and feed information, a lot of them are saying, and everybody's saying, that these hotels, they'll go in seconds. The good ones anyway will go in seconds, less than a minute when it goes on for general sale. That tells me there's not a lot of rooms. So I'm thinking if everybody would accept the rooms that they received, there wouldn't even be a general because all the rooms are taken. But what you're looking at is the cancellations that happen. People who didn't accept their rooms, and then people who decided to change their mind, people who canceled, people who were on multiple browsers and got 3 times and only picked one hotel. So 2 of them fell off. So stuff like that, I think that's what's happening. And that's the only reason why you're going to get an opportunity for hotels next week in the quote unquote general sale, is because there were people who sold and canceled or whatever the case may be. Because the same blog also talked about in the future, hotels will come up from now until the day before Comic-Con because people will cancel from now until the day before Comic-Con. And that's how those are available. So that's what I think is happening, because you're right. If that's not how it's done, that is absolutely stupid. And Duke's point would be 100%.
But I would even say that even if they're doing this manually, they obviously have a group of people who manage the hospitality side of things, the hotel side of things, that they know what number I am in the queue and what rooms I asked for. They know what number Jack is and you are in the queue and what rooms you asked for. So to just say, fuck you on Monday, instead of saying, hey, you're in the queue, right? So like you put me in the queue. I'm number 1021, right? For downtown. Well, the top 600 people got their rooms. But if it gets down to number, and like you said, those people are going to drop off. As those rooms become available, they should be giving them to the people who fucking put the effort in on Friday in the order of the queue.
Yeah, I don't think I disagree with you on that. I think that's how it should be.
Right. And so that to me is like the part where I just go like, okay, well, why would I want to go through the hassle of doing this twice when I can just wait for the public sale on, you know, like to me, I just.
Because there's more rooms available the first time. The second time, but, like if I don't know, if 40,000 rooms were available the first time, you might only get 400 available the second time. So are you going to fight for? I mean, your odds are better, obviously, to fight for the 40,000 than it is to fight for 400.
But we all asked for the same thing, and none of us got anything. It'd be different, I think, if one of us had gotten one room at least, or something. Like if one of us had gotten a bite, but.
There were people that got in almost immediately and they didn't get the room. They're like, "Oh, I got in at like 9:02 and I got nothing."
But we don't. But we also don't know what room they picked. They could have picked something where the other people ahead of them, just because they got in at 9:02, everybody else who got in at 9 and 9:01 could have picked the same thing they did, and they would have been the priority.
But I would have been
us not knowing the total numbers really screws this up.
Right. Well, and you know what? Hey, maybe I say I'd prefer downtown. They could just as easily give me a thing saying, hey, we couldn't put you downtown. This is the closest to downtown we could get you. And then least I can say, then at least at that point, I can make the decision of, okay, I want that room or not. To just not even give me the option. I feel like in this day and age, even if it's manual, right? Even if it's manual, there's still systems in place that are automated that are managing this, right? They obviously have a queue system. They obviously have a form that obviously feeds into some sort of database that they can pull information from. They know all about us. They know where we're coming from. They know, you know, our preferences and that type of thing. So to just be like, okay, well, you didn't get your 6 rooms, so you get nothing. Like, at least give me the opportunity to look at it and say, okay, are we good with being like, I think at one point during the text message, one of us was like, as long as we're on the shuttle line, I don't really care. We didn't even get that option. Like, if we would have at least been given that option, I didn't see, I don't remember the form exactly, but I don't remember an option saying, please just put me on a shuttle line, or if downtown. Yeah. Well, there was? Okay. I didn't see that one then, but obviously, I'm guessing you both did, or at least Jack did. Mark, say, put me on a shuttle line, and you still got nothing. Mm-hmm. So, like,
but again, we don't know the numbers. So, right. Like Duke, you got in within 10 minutes. Jack, you're probably a couple of minutes after Duke, and then I was 15 minutes after that. So, my chances were obviously going to be shot to hell. But if in fact. What we don't have is the information on the people who got in, who jumped in late, and where they were staying. Because if all the early people were picking downtown, well, downtown's going to go like that. Where if it was like, oh, I'm just going to pick Hotel Circle and skip downtown, you might have had a better chance to get in. I don't know. I mean, that's just how it is. How it should be is a whole other story. I mean, the way you're describing it is probably how it should be. Like almost as if they need to do it the way Comic-Con tickets are sold. You're in line to get your ticket. So why not get in line to get your hotel and do it that way, where it's like, okay, we're pulling you in. Here's the hotels that are available. Here's the rooms that are available. Just pick whatever's available. And then you have 12 minutes to complete the transaction or whatever the hell the bullshit. Right. That's probably how it should be, but
you could even give me a map of all the different areas, because obviously they had the areas broken down by area. The hotels broken down by area. Give me a map, and as my time in the queue goes up, you show me. You give me a green, you give me a yellow, you give me a red, you say, okay. Yeah. And then I go, okay, guys, like, and then we can have that conversation, especially if I'm getting multiple rooms, which they allow you to do. Yeah. That I can say, hey, guys, downtown's red. We're probably not getting 4 rooms, but we can be in the Gaslamp district. That's yellow. So the chances of, and then you say, cool, click. I'm good with Gaslamp. Everyone good with Gaslamp. Let's go there. Click 4 rooms. We're good. Like, even something along those lines, to where at least I know on Friday we're good. Now we're still having the conversation of, do we get an Airbnb? Do we go stay at Lou's place? Like, the hotel that Lou is at as a group, that type of thing. Like, we shouldn't be having those discussions.
Really,
if
the moral of the story is make sure I book my timeshare correctly next year.
Yeah, and your vacation between your vacation and your timeshare, Jack, you really done fucked up. I'm just saying.
I'll tell you, Lou got partially blamed for it.
Mm.
Lou and I sat down, we figured it out, and that's what we thought it was. And I'm like, why didn't we just look in the fucking book that says when next year?
If there was only a website that you could go visit that would tell you what dates the event was.
But they don't. They just the only way people usually figure it out is you go to the San Diego Convention Center and you see that it's blocked out for a trade show like the last 2 weeks of July, and you're like, okay, that's probably when Comic-Con is.
It's a guess,
and it's not until preview night when you look in the program book and it's like, hey, see you next year, such and such days.
But then again, back in the day, you used to be able to walk up to the booth for next year's tickets and just buy your tickets at that moment. Like, you didn't have to wait and be in the queue and all that.
See, that one doesn't bother me. Getting Comic-Con tickets the way it's done now doesn't bother me because, again, supply demand. I mean,
we've done okay.
Yeah, it's even then though. You can't the way tickets are done. It just wouldn't be. I don't know if fair matters or not. It certainly wouldn't be fair. But because all the people that want to go, when you have, I don't know, 500,000 people trying to go to an event that can only hold 150,000, I mean, they've got to find some way to make it equitable to everybody. And that's how they do it. It's just like, hey, it's random. You get in, great. But they do help you. Like, you one person can buy up to 3 tickets. Like, okay, that's cool. Party of 9, only 1/3 of you needs to be able to get through that queue. And knock on wood, that's been our situation, right? We've had it where, for whatever reason, we've been able to get our people enough to get through and get, we need, like nowadays, without any specialties, with no like media badges, no professional badges, no exhibitor badges, all that thrown out the window. Today's world, we need 2 people to get through in our small group, and I say the small group being me, you, Jack's family, that whoever I'm bringing, that type of thing, that small group we need to get through. But in the bigger group, because we've helped our other friends the last couple of years. Matter of fact, I think the last 3 years since Comic-Con came back, we've been able to help some of our friends get through. So I'm okay with that. The hotel thing, this is the first time we've done the hotel apocalypse.
And forever.
And holy crap. First time for me ever. I've never done it. So if you've done it before, then yeah, first time in a while. And I don't know. Like I said, Duke, you make good points. I don't think I disagree with how it should be done. I'm guessing why it's done the way it is now, and it's not a good system. But I guess it's a system that happens to work. At the end of the day, do they care? Like,
no, I mean, they're making their money.
They're selling the rooms.
Are still sold. Yeah,
they don't care about the 5 people that are going to listen to this podcast having a negative opinion of them.
Yeah, I mean,
it can be the spark that starts the fire.
It would be nice if they fixed it, though. It would be nice if they had like I am definitely after having done the Comic-Con tickets method for the last decade or plus, whatever it was. I wish the hotel method would be the same way. That's all. It's like that to me. That makes the most sense. Now, would it take longer? Probably. I don't know that there's even a doubt of that. It would absolutely take longer because you're pulling people in. That the bottlenecking would be crazy, and you're going to be online forever to do it. But it's probably more fair. I don't know. I don't know because I don't know how it's actually done.
Right.
Well, I don't know, because while you're in the queue, though, you're sitting around for the waiting room before 9, before it picks everybody in. Why don't they have you fill your form out there? And then, okay, cool, my form's filled out. Then it sucks you into the queue and it said, here's your rooms that are available from your list.
Oh, I see. So a combination of both.
Yeah.
So you
Right.
you still do your form, but they still pull you in. So most of the work is already done when they pull you in.
Exactly.
Okay,
So
see,
by the time they
I
pull
can-
you
I can
in, your
support
form's filled, so you're not in the room for 20 minutes picking, oh, I want this, I want this. Oh, what about
Right.
this?
Well,
You've done that
That's
beforehand.
not bad. That's not bad.
well, and I mean, it would benefit you in one way because if you're pre-filling out the form, depending on when they put you, depending on where you are in the hotel queue, right? Do you get put in the hotel queue from when you go from the queue to the form, or is it from when you were submitting the form?
No. This before the queue even starts.
No. My point is,
the
like,
waiting room
I'm
before.
talking about the way it's done right now. The way it's done right now, because that's the thing. So if just because it took me 7 minutes to get into the queue, if it takes me 10 minutes to fill the form out, because maybe I'm talking to you guys, we're figuring out what's going to work. If that bumps me from 1,027 to 5,052 because it took me that amount of time and they didn't actually add me to the queue until I hit submit.
Yeah, no, it was when you enter the room. That's your place in line.
Okay.
So you could have sat there with
I didn't know
your
that either. That's a
whatever
good question.
10-minute time limit they gave us that whole time. Your place in line
15, I think.
allegedly wouldn't change.
But it's frustrating because again, it'd be fine if they were just like, hey, sorry, you missed out. It's too bad, so sad. But then at the end, they kind of give you the little knife turn with, hey, come back in a week, and then you can have another chance to go through this again. And I'm like, no, fuck you. I'm going to do my own thing now. Like, I don't want to deal with you anymore. Like, you know,
like I said, I still stick with my argument. As I don't know if it's true or not, but as long as that is based off of people who canceled and didn't accept their rooms, I'm fine with it because that makes sense. Again, for how it's done now, I'm arguing what it is and not what I want it to be. So.
And don't get me wrong, I'm still fucking doing it, but I'm going to complain about it up until then.
Of course.
Yeah.
And I'm going to complain about it until I'm going to complain about it until my plane lands and I'm in the hotel room. But
you're still going to complain about it.
But then when I get there and get settled in, then I'm going to be like, okay, cool. Like here, we're done. It's happening, you know? So
we get to do a whole nother thing, trying to get celebration tickets this week too.
Oh my God. Right. Star Wars Celebration Japan, people.
So the Jedi Knights get a day before.
Yeah, if you have the VIP,
which is Jedi Knight
last year's show,
which means none of us are going to get an opportunity to even get Jedi Knight tickets because those are going to be long gone.
No, I'm not paying $900 for a ticket anyway.
My point is though, it's like not even there's not even a possibility.
Well, not necessarily.
I mean, because it was in Europe last year, so I don't know how many people are flying from Europe to Japan.
But
so
Japan has a huge
shit.
Japan, I think, has a huge Star Wars fandom, though. That's the thing. You have a bunch of people who have never left Japan to go to the other ones who are going to be.
But that doesn't apply here. So we're talking about you would have had to have gone to Celebration Europe. You had to gone to London.
Europe.
Oh, yeah, as a Jedi master.
A VIP. Yeah.
Okay.
So for those people who don't, if there was 5,000 of them, and only 2,000 are going to Japan, and there's 3,000 tickets available. Not for me because I'm with Jack. I ain't paying that either.
Well, it would be one thing if there wasn't such a It would be one thing if it wasn't such a discrepancy. The fact that like a Jedi Knight pass is like almost $1,000, but yet the 3-day pass is $150. Like, I mean, it'd be one thing if like the regular ticket was $700 and the Jedi Knight pass was $1,000. Then I could go, it's only a $300. Like, I could see you could make an argument for that, right? Like you could say, it's me going to EDC. Like the price of a regular ticket was $600, and the price for the VIP ticket was $900. And I'm like, you know what? For the benefits of the VIP, I could spend an extra $300. I find that it's worth it. But saying, I'm going to spend five times the amount for a Jedi Knight ticket, that doesn't.
Hold on, are those prices confirmed? I think it was like $163 for a regular 3-day pass.
You can go to the.
How much was? Yeah, but is it confirmed? I didn't look.
It's on the official site. So.
Right, I get it, but I'm not going to go look and see if you know off the top of your head. That's what I'm asking. Is it actually $900?
Let me see.
I think it is.
Yeah, it's $993.25.
Good Lord!
And a regular 3-day adult ticket is $168.
$168.
So
okay,
it's 5 times the amount. Like that's a hard swallow for anything. Like I mean,
maybe it depends on what benefits that come with it. Like your situation where it goes from 600 to 900, to me, I don't like that. I don't like that at all, because if you're paying to only pay, quote unquote, only 6 to 9, the $300 difference, I don't see. No, I don't see that, because it's kind of like Disney. You basically you want to price people out of it. You want that way. Not everybody's doing it. If you don't price people out of it, everybody's going to do it. But then if everybody's doing it, what benefit do you actually get? Because if the benefit is early entry, early this, early whatever, all the stuff that's actually going to save you time while you're in Japan.
So here, this is what you get for your $900. 15-minute entry.
I was just, I was looking. Go ahead, Jack. Sorry.
You get to shop Thursday night before the show opens at the
That's
store.
Relevant. Okay.
Guaranteed admission to every panel.
Okay.
Or celebration stage panels. So all the big ones.
Yeah. The
that you want to go to. A VIP line for autographs and photo ops.
That matters.
A dedicated VIP line for the store. If you didn't buy everything on Thursday, like a normal person.
Mm-hmm.
VIP lounge with coat check and charging stations.
Or if you have to go to the store every day to get your daily pin.
Or if there's stuff that they don't have on Thursday, which I think has been the case before too, where they haven't had the stuff show up until Saturday, you know. So
you get a pre-show and on-site concierge. I don't know what the fuck that would do.
Yeah, right. Okay.
VIP
they just help you probably plan things out.
Badge.
Yeah. That again?
A VIP exclusive holo badge.
Okay.
A VIP pin, which is usually one that you trade with them anyways.
Yeah.
A VIP lanyard, VIP water bottle, official show poster with tube, and complimentary Star Wars Celebration branded chopsticks. So how much of that is worth another $800 on top of your ticket?
Well, here's the thing, though. So, like, if we do it like you guys have done things in the past, like the goal is to have the stuff that you buy at the show pay for your pass, right? Like,
no, we rich now. We don't do that shit.
But I'm saying, again, I'm talking about back in the day, right? I'm talking about back in the day that you would buy multiples of things that you don't even necessarily collect with the hope that you'll be able to sell it on eBay enough to cancel out the price of the ticket.
Right.
So that would be the only way I could justify doing a Jedi Knight ticket, is if I was sure that the stuff that I was going to be able to get from the Celebration store and or the exclusives from the other from the other sponsors or whatever
included, though. I mean, I guess you get in 15 minutes early, so I guess that does up your chances. But even the last few shows, they've been doing lottos for them.
50 minute 50
15 15.
Oh, gross.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but it's not even a conversation.
You're fine.
What's that?
It's multiple of 5. You're fine.
Yeah, but, oh my god, 15 is ridiculous. Like, if you told me it was 50 minutes, that's worth it to me every day. The only downside is it's only 3 days this time and not 4, so you actually don't get as much value for that. Yeah, okay. I still think the price should be ridiculously higher than the normal price.
Sure.
That way not everybody does it. But 900 is that's stupid. That's stupid.
You could do a 700 and it would still be, I think you're still, but again, those tickets are going to sell out immediately. Guaranteed that those will be the first tickets that are gone.
We don't even have a chance at them. I can guarantee it.
Yeah.
Those will go fast. And,
but 150 for the 3.
Yeah, go ahead.
But 150 for the 3-day ticket, I think is pretty reasonable. I don't think it's crazy.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
No, 168 for a regular 3-day pass. I don't see a problem with that at all. I really don't. I mean, now here my beef. The way Duke has beef with the hotels. My beef, because I had this problem when I was trying to get tickets to London a couple years back, was 3-day passes sold out. 4-day passes sold out. However, all 4 days individually were available. That one, click all 4 days. It should automatically make it a 4-day pass, and then you get the price benefits of a 4-day bundled pass. Where in London, the cost was almost double to buy them 4 days individually. And because of that is the main reason I said, F it, I'm not going. Because I had every intention to go to London.
I remember.
Yep. And then once they did that, because I was in the queue, the 4 days sold out before I got there, but the 4 individual days were still available. I'm like, oh, cool. Let me click this. And I was like, wait, what? No, principle of the matter. And that was all it was. I was just irritated on the principle of the matter because the way that played out. So I don't know what single days are this year. But.
The single days are $58.85 each day. So it's $176.55. So you're paying $10 more for each individual ticket.
But I find that reasonable. Yes, I can find that reasonable. But to go from whatever it was to London to almost double, I was so mad. I was just
I remember.
now the kids tickets, $42 for a 3-day kids ticket, but each of those are $20 a day. So you're actually spending $60 if you have to get individual days for the kids. So that's funny how it actually there's more of
as an adult.
Yeah, right. See but my whole thing is, again, I understand. I'm arguing what I want it to be and not what it is. Mm-hmm. There is no reason why if I just pick 3 days, it should automatically bundle it to a 3-day pass and give me the 3-day price. Like, why even? Oh my God, that is just blew my mind every time. Anytime there's like Comic-Con back in the day, I think I don't remember if it was bundled to get a discount. Like not too many people do individual days unless you have to. I don't know anybody who voluntarily picks. I'm only going for 2 days. Who does that? Yeah. Granted, you kind of want to now. You want to do the Sunday, so you have the returning registration. 2 chances to get your ticket for following year. Like if I ever went and or not got through for whatever reason, our system was such that I couldn't get through. I'm gonna get a Sunday badge, and I'm not gonna go. Maybe I'll be like, Jack, do me a favor, scan my badge so I'm in there for next year, and that's how that's gonna be. Granted, I would probably go. It's San Diego, people. I could still take a summer vacation and go to SeaWorld, Wild Animal Park,
all the stuff outside that we never do.
Yeah, exactly. And that's a good point.
Legoland. We go to Legoland.
All that stuff. No, just even around Comic-Con, right? All the stuff that's going on outside these days that you don't need a badge for, which is kind of annoying, actually, because then I'm in line with a bunch of other people who don't have badges when I got to wait. Right? I did that last year. Last year when I went to the Only Murders in the Building outdoor event thing, probably
Sorry, go ahead.
The stuff that's in the grass over by the Indigo Hotel. That's what it was. It was open to anybody. You didn't need a badge to go do it. So I'm sitting here 3 hours in line because 70% of the people in front of me don't have badges, and they can just walk up and do it. It's like, not a fan of that.
I did. Speaking of Japan, I did look up. I started creating the list of things to do while in Japan. So I went and looked at some blogs and stuff like that. Tickets to Tokyo Disney are only $50.
No,
it's mad cheap, bro.
And it was it.
Everything there is super cheap because it's all in yen, and it's like
even Tokyo. Was it Tokyo Disney Sea? The other park. So they have 2 parks there. Both of them were $50 a day. I was like, God damn, okay. I could do that.
But like the Mickey ears here cost like $30. You can get them for like $15 over there, just because of what the yen is.
Yeah. So
that's
is the plan to go to Tokyo Disney while we're there? I mean, it'd be stupid not to go.
Tokyo
right?
Disney and the World's Fair.
Yeah.
And Tokyo and Disney Sea.
Oh yeah.
Why would I not do both of them?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's 3 days, right? Probably between the 3 of those.
Probably, I don't know.
I mean, it's easily 1 day at each park for Disney, and then World's Fair probably just a day. I mean, I don't know anything about it. I just thought it'd be nice to say I went to a World's Fair, so that's what that's about. And then the rest of it, obviously, the 3-day weekend for Celebration. So. There's a week right there. The other week is probably being a proper tourist in Japan.
Yeah. I have
and for me, I plan on
a vending machine
at least once. And I plan on taking a hop over to Okinawa just because I lived there for 3 years when my dad was in the Air Force. So, but that's like a 1-day thing. Go there, see what I remember, and then come on back. So that obviously y'all are welcome to go, but that's definitely a me thing that I want to do.
Well, supposedly the beaches in Okinawa are supposed to be the best beaches in Japan.
what I remember, there was one that was really freaking nice.
I looked at a bunch of different blogs as far as like what to do, and there were multiple of them that said like the beach. Go if you have a chance and it's warm and it's not the weather's good. Like go to the beaches in Okinawa. Like
yeah, y'all can do that. I mean, there's sand everywhere.
There's no cows, bro.
It gets everywhere.
No, there's sand, man. There's
sea cows. There's sea cows.
It's everywhere. I don't do sand. I'll be the dude on the beach with his shoes and socks on. I'll watch. You know what? Y'all want to go? I'll watch all your stuff. Nobody's gonna take your stuff because I will never get in the water. I will just be up there, high posting, just watching everything. But
Lou, I wanted to see you in the water with your gloves on.
Man,
it's wet. It's wet.
If we go to one of those fancy hotels where you can chill in the pool and they have food and cocktails out there in the pool, you will see me with my gloves on in the water. But I usually don't do the pool either. Not too opposed, but I don't know. It's not my jam. Like pools and lakes, hell no, that ain't happening. Ocean, nah, I can't see the bottom. Not doing it. Sand, oh my god! Then you have your wet feet because you're up there with the tide and everything. Then you step in the sand and it sticks to you. Are you kidding me? Then you got sand on your ankles and you're oh god, this is disgusting. No,
well, you take a shower, dude. They have a shower on the
pavement
part of the beach.
Okay, that's fantastic. That's way up here. What do you do from the time that you're stepping out of the water in the ocean
do that
before
weird
you
penguin walk while you're?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta go. But you're gonna wash it off.
No, you don't. But in the meantime, you still have to deal with it. How about this? We need somebody to have some bottles of water so they can just water my feet as I'm walking up to the shower. Because every step,
Lou is dragging a solar shower. Lou's dragging a solar shower behind him, and he's like wetting his feet.
We'll get a bucket. You just take your bucket and you fill it up in the ocean before you get out, and you just rinse your feet off every couple steps.
No. You don't rinse your feet off. You keep your foot in the bucket and you walk with the bucket up the sand to the damn.
I can't wait to get video of that. Oh, that's going to be amazing.
That's how you would need to get me to do it. Because oh man, I'm not trying to feel that.
I did pick up a poor man's GoPro for my trip in May for you guys. So if it works well, it's going to go to Japan, and that's going to be the only video I'm going to shoot is just of Lou walking from the ocean to the shower,
water balloons on his feet.
What man? Yep.
Condoms. Lou's just got himself some rib condoms, and he's like, "Oh, this ain't so bad."
Thinking about this is making me hot. I'm starting to sweat.
He's having a panic attack.
God, for real.
Deep breaths, Lou. Deep breaths.
I can feel my sides getting hot. The sweat is building. Lord have mercy.
Oh shit!
Thought of that is just god no. I mean, I think they make like shoes for that though. I think like not necessarily like the rain boots, but I thought there were specific beach shoes.
Yeah, there's water shoes.
There's river shoes, water shoes that you can buy.
So yeah, that might be something I get away with. Or I just go with the rain boots, and then this
isn't even getting better. Lou's filling up his rain boots with water before he walks out of the ocean.
Well, I'm just thinking. I'm just thinking. If I have the rain boots on, then my feet can't get sandy, right?
A Black Gorton's fisherman coming out of the water.
Hell yeah! People like thinking I'm shooting a Long John Silver commercial or something.
He's coming out. He's got waders. He's got his fucking boots on.
It's like, what are you doing? I'm going to the ocean. Can't you tell?
Oh, he's got fucking floaties. He's like,
oh, Lord have mercy. That's
more people need to listen to us, man. We're fucking funny.
The worst part's not even trying to be. This is facts.
Yeah,
y'all both know this is exactly how it would be.
It's not satire.
Between our radio station and Lou and his waiters, like.
Oh my god.
Oh shit.
What's the name of today's episode? 69 Rain Boots. Oh, Lord have mercy.
No,
Yeah,
VIIX rain boots.
Yeah, make people try to make them figure it out.
Yeah,
figure it out. But yeah, so those things anyway. 'Cause I think my plan, and obviously I'll discuss this with y'all too. But I was going to talk to some of some of the travel agents out here. It's like, hey, what's something that we need to do? So what's something
not
I could
a horrible
do?
idea, especially just like figure out flights and depending on if we got to do celebration hotel apocalypse.
They're not.
Yeah.
The flights aren't up yet. I just checked last night, so I'm gonna probably send an email out in the next couple of weeks to like my group of friends to just see, hey, like who's in. I'll include you guys on it just so you're in the thread. I'll BC. I always BCC everybody because I don't like fucking blowing up people's emails. But if it's something that you're interested in, as I work out my plans for my stuff, because I'm probably going to take like 2.5 weeks. The people that I've been planning with for like a year now, there's an F1 race in Tokyo the weekend of the 6th. So like 2.5 weeks before that he wants to go do. So we'll just make that our bumper is the F1 race will start and celebration will take us home type of thing. So, but we'll have like 2 weeks plus in between there to kind of like plan things out and whatnot. So.
Yeah, I think I used to. I don't manage this association anymore, but I used to manage one where the one of the board members was a travel agent, and I still have her contact info. So what I'd probably do is once next week, I'm assuming we're going to be able to secure this. And the reason why I say that is because I did get through London when all was said and done. I just don't want to do the individual days. So I'm gonna go ahead and presume that same thing will happen. Once that does happen and we confirm ticks, I'm probably gonna reach out to her and like, okay, here's our situation. We're gonna be in Japan this time. We need to do celebration for these days, but we're pretty open to do World Fair when it happens and Disney when it happens. Whatever days are better for us for that. And then try to talk with her to like put me together a plan. There's 7 of us minimum, or 6 of us. Let me know what I need, what the plans are, because I know a lot of that stuff too is you could knock that stuff up and start paying it ahead of time, right? Like, we're going to be 11 months out at that point, and it's like, oh, cool. Here's a whole package deal. It's $4,000. You can start paying it now and be done. And that way, that's a done deal. So you're not really trying to last minute saving. All your savings going forward is all just spending money.
Yeah.
So I'll probably that'll be exactly. That'll be what in about 2-3 weeks. So that was my plan. And then once, obviously, when I get those options from her, I'll pass them on to y'all. I'm like, okay, how does this sound? And then we'll see what happens.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I don't know. I know I've mentioned it to a few people, but I haven't sent out like the official, hey, here's now that we finally kind of have a idea about the broad strokes of what we're going to do, because the F1 race is also right outside of Tokyo. So we'll start in Tokyo, probably go up north, do some things up there. There are a couple festivals and stuff like that are going on, and also the cherry blossom stuff is really big right now. So doing that type of thing. I think I definitely want to get a baseball game in. I think going to like a Japanese baseball game would be super cool, just because it's so different than what we're used to.
How is it different than what we're used to?
The environment Well, the baseball is the same, but it's the environment, like how the people are and that type of thing is a lot different than, how they celebrate and how the presentation before and after the game is, I think it's something that, again, one of those things, don't know if I'm ever going to Japan. So, it's an experience that I wouldn't get here.
I want to go to the ramen factory because that looks awesome.
There you go.
That's happening.
Godzilla, where do they keep him? That's what we need to do.
Yeah. Where do they keep him?
Where do they keep him? That's where we need to go.
I believe Godzilla Year 1 is coming out on streaming soon. So if you guys haven't seen that, I definitely would say, please check it out.
Lou, did you mention it a couple weeks ago? I looked for it.
Yeah. Lou, did you make it out of the house last weekend for the movies?
I did. What the hell? Oh, the Ungentlemanly Warfare.
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
Yeah.
I
Jack,
enjoyed
did
the hell out
you?
of that movie.
No.
No.
Okay.
No,
That's
my back's
Henry
been killing
Cavill
me,
and
so I was, yeah.
the guy who plays Reacher.
I don't even know what we did
We-
last week.
Yeah, that leftist that plays Reacher. Yeah, him.
Oh yeah, no. Last week was we had the Aviators game.
Oh yeah, how was that?
It was good.
Oh yeah.
I had so many hot dogs.
How was the stadium food? Yeah, I was gonna say, how's the stadium?
So
food?
many. I'm gonna say like 5 or 6 hot dogs, dude.
You didn't even send us any pictures of you downing them, dude. I'm disappointed.
You know what it looks like.
You could have posted that on
Exactly.
the you could have posted that on the vaguely inconsistent OnlyFans page.
No, we were like at third base, so we could have got
that's
hit
right.
with
That's
foul
right.
ball. But it was cool. But ain't nobody from work showed up though. I'm like, damn, they're going to put all this together.
Wow.
Ain't nobody showed up.
Celebrating y'all and nothing.
Nothing.
Can we have all of our responders stand up? And Jack's like, "Hi, it's
Wait a
me.
minute.
It's
Just me."
me.
What was the thing you sent where they didn't celebrate the 911 op? Oh, you sent something where like the firefighters and the police were celebrated, but the
it was for Days of the Dead. It's a horror convention.
That's what it was.
So they're like, yeah,
I saw
teachers,
that, was like,
first
that's
responders,
some
military,
bullshit.
they can get discounts. And this guy's like, well, only certain first responders. I'm like, what are you talking about, bro? He's like, flight attendants.
Wait, what?
He said flight attendants are first responders.
Flight attendants.
Yeah.
But not. Okay.
He said flight attendants are first responders. I'm like, bro. So I did a laugh reaction at him, right?
Yeah.
So that's what he said. Let me see. I screenshotted all of it because that guy was a moron. He said, you thought that was funny? I've been a first responding paramedic countless times. What a dick response. I'm like, so I replied, advanced first aid is a small part of your job, does not make you a first responder. Not to discount anybody you saved. Cool, right? Good job.
Right.
First responder's primary job is to save lives. So then he wrote a dissertation. That's exactly what a first responder does. How many times have you given CPR, administered an AED, dealt with the stress of someone dying despite your best efforts, kept someone alive with an MR bag for 2 hours till you get them to a hospital? Advanced first aid, the definition of first responding, and on top of it, deal with the same attitude from people like yourself. Not to mention the first to die on 9/11. And for the record, our primary job is to save lives. Not 1 minute of our yearly recurrent training is devoted to service. Ignorant. Not to even mention aircraft emergencies and evacuations, of which I've had my share as well.
Did you respond?
You should have said,
No,
"Well, stop flying in Boeing planes then."
Did you ever just read something so stupid? You're like, I got nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, again, it's good that you're so self-important. That's the important part. That's the takeaway there.
But so then I put it on other groups, and this lady's like, well, I used to be a flight attendant, and no, they're not first responders. I'm like, they're not. That's not.
No. Yeah,
they're like frontline workers. I mean, yeah, they do stuff, but I don't know. I just.
No, they're not first responders, period. I mean,
right?
There's
like under no definition of first responder includes them.
You ask anybody who's not a flight attendant, and
Right.
they'll answer the question for you.
Yeah. Now, I did do some research into it. You know, some people that are this self-important. I'm like, okay, well, let's see. The FAA does consider them first responders.
Okay.
I mean, I don't disagree, but they're only first responders in the air. Once you land, you're just a person. Like,
Yeah,
not doing
You're just
anything.
a respond.
I don't-
dude. My first thought is, oh, so when a kid falls down at the park, and I go pick him up, I'm a first responder.
Yeah. So you get all the discounts now.
Just because you've been watching that kid for an hour, Lou. I mean,
That's a whole different argument. Hey, this dude wrong. It's a different conversation.
from your van.
Your windowless van.
Eventually that van will have windows. Eventually, one day. But
Those are called bulletholes, Lou. When they catch you.
but until then, you know,
But yeah, I could not deal with that guy. I was
Leave
like,
us
no,
maps
I'm not.
alone.
Right? Nambla's calling.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. And so yeah, I saw that. It was like, wow. I saw a little bit. What the fact that you get that certain group wasn't included was like, what the hell, man? What a crock of shit.
Yeah. So like bus drivers, they're first responders too. Their job is to keep people from crashing. You know.
Mm-hmm. Saving lives.
Teachers die in school shootings all the time, right?
First responders. Shit. Okay, so I saw my movie, and I thought it was great. It was very enjoyable. Super
agreed.
Popcorn. I wonder how much of it was like legit. You know, obviously based off a true story. I'm like, okay, but how many what liberties were used?
Well, it's Guy Ritchie, so
many liberties.
The names were the same. That's about it.
So okay, so Jack, you didn't go. So Duke, you went and saw it. Did you watch anything else?
I think I'd seen because I was going to go see Abigail, but nobody responded to the positive, so I did not see Abigail. But then we went and saw Ungentlemanly Warfare on Tuesday for Tightwad Tuesday, and I think next Tuesday we're going to go see Boy Kills World. So.
You don't have to report back on that one. It's fine.
Oh yes, you do. Yes, you do.
I don't need to hear it. You know what's funny? It's funny you mentioned Abigail because I was actually going to go on Saturday, but I fell asleep. like I fell asleep at I don't know. God, it must have been 3 p.m, and I actually woke up after all the last showings were done. So after 11, so I was like, well, I guess I'm not watching that. So I ended up just watching the other one. So
and I think that's it. I mean, I think there's Fall Guys the end of May, but I think that's kind of there's not a whole lot else coming out. Kingdom.
Go watch Phantom Menace.
Kingdom. Yeah, I was gonna say Kingdom comes out in May 10th. I thought.
Yeah. Kingdom. Sorry, that's the only. So Kingdom, then Fall Guy, but there isn't really as far as new movies. I'm not. I mean, of course, I'm going to go see Phantom Menace this weekend. So, or next weekend.
Next weekend.
Yeah, next weekend.
What are you doing next weekend, Lou?
I don't know yet. Still gotta figure it out.
The world is your oyster.
yeah. Don't even know. I mean, I might go to Vegas on Thursday. So we'll see. I don't know. Maybe I'll last minute my ass at Disney or some shit. I don't know. What are you doing?
Well, I am going to Disney next weekend.
Oh, okay. Be that way.
I saw the Disney fireworks for the season of the Force. They're pretty cool. I thought they did a nice job with the Star Wars music, and they have a whole thing before with the lore master talking about the Black Spire and stuff like that. It's pretty cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I had no idea what you're all talking about. They have special fireworks for
it's season of the Force. So
it's Disneyland of the Force.
So they have a special fireworks show.
Smooth watching fireworks from the Falcon, right?
Yeah.
So everybody caught on, and now Disney caught on. They're like, "Hey, we'll do special." Cause it's still the same fireworks going on for the main show.
Okay.
But when you're in Galaxy's Edge, they play Star Wars music and stuff, so they make it a Star Wars themed fireworks show.
Okay. So they're not separate fireworks shows.
No.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
But they just started
music with that,
and they just started it with the season of the Force stuff. Yeah. So
okay. That reminds me. Speaking of, because that whole idea reminds me of our lightsabers that night and how badass they were. Have you guys been able to change your batteries? I can't get that battery thing that it's stuck. I can't pull out the freaking battery pack.
I'll have to look.
Yeah, I'll have to try it. Yeah, I'll report back to you next week. I'll try to replace my batteries.
Sounds good. I was like,
you can bring it with you, Lou, and they'll fix it for you.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to carry that thing around. Oh wait,
bro.
I guess I don't need to bring the blade. I suppose.
No.
Yeah. How much? Wait, are we going? So we're going to Disney next weekend,
dude. For real. You know what? I'll get back to you next week and let you know. Because what? Will I be in Vegas by the time podcast? I just realized that. Yeah, I'll have landed by then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking. Wait a minute. Yeah, especially with the hour difference with the 7-something flight, which means
we can have your mom on the
podcast. Oh, Lord have mercy. That would definitely increase our numbers. That's for sure. Holy shit, my mom on the podcast is random shit. The random shit that would come out of her mouth. Oh, you know what? Tonight would have been a good one with the Lakers losing again, blowing a lead again, all 3 games.
Freaking LeBron. Bitch ass.
Old ass. As a Lakers fan, and and I say loosely Lakers fan, I root for the Lakers, but I'm just not a basketball fan, so basketball is boring
Too
to
many
me.
black people for you.
Obviously that's a thing. That matters. But I don't know. It's like the last 2 minutes of a game. That's all that's exciting to me in basketball. The rest of it sucks. At least hockey, dude, you're flying around up and down, shot
Whole
opportunities. Time. Yeah, oh my God, there were 28 saves over here and 42 saves over here. I mean, that means there was action happening. But basketball is like, okay, they went back and forth. Nobody cares what the score is until the last couple of minutes of the game. Because if you're up by 20, like Lakers, you could blow it. Or if it's a close game back and forth, no excitement there. It's like, oh, this team, there were 72 lead changes. I'm like, okay, great. What mattered? Oh, the last 2 minutes of the game. That's what mattered. And then again, that could be boring too, because it's like, oh, we're gonna hack a shack, foul this guy, go shoot a couple of free throws. Let's go try to get
make the game last for 45 minutes.
Exactly. It's just boring. I was like, okay, I'll stick with hockey. I'll stick with golf. At least even golf. People are like, oh, golf, that's even boring. More boring. It's like, no, it's not. You know why it's not? Because there's always action. Somebody goes up, they take their shot, they go to the next group. Somebody takes a shot, they go to the next group. Somebody's taking a shot, they go to the next group. They don't just sit there and follow one person around the course. That would be boring. There's always something happening. It's like somebody shoots, then you go to the next person. So even that's more exciting than freaking basketball. It's just pointless. It's like baseball with 162 games. Pointless. I'm going to go sit around for 2.5, 3 hours. I know it's less time now because of the pitch clock, but good Lord, that's a boring sport to watch. If you go in person, obviously it's a little bit better. You're there for the environment, the crowd's happening. It does feel a little bit better, but watching anybody who can sit there and watch baseball on TV, a full 9 innings, like I can put up, the Dodgers are on, I can put up 2 innings and probably be good. And then I'm off to something else. But a whole 9-inning game, or if even worse, if it goes to extra innings, oh my God, you play 162 games, call it a tie and move on.
For real. Yeah.
Like if any sport needs some kind of tiebreak rule properly in the regular season, it's football. Not they only play 17 games. You don't want tiebreakers. You don't want that. This team tied. No, I want a winner or a loser when you only play 17 games. Yeah. When you play 162, oh, for fuck's sake. Or even well, hockey fixed it, but even basketball, 82 games, same as hockey, 82 games. I think 82 games each. Yeah. Just have a tie, move on. You play enough games where a tie is okay. You don't need that extra 5 minutes in basketball. Granted, it's only 5 minutes, so okay, fine. And it usually goes fairly quickly. But I'm just bored with those. Like I like soccer. I'll go sit down and watch soccer because the ball is like, it's like hockey, right? Right. The ball's moving the whole time.
Always moving.
So I can handle that. Totally solid. It's like if I did go to London last year, I would have went to a soccer game. That goes with Duke's point about the baseball environment in Japan. I didn't know it was different, so now I'm curious. Because before it was like, I'm not going to a baseball game. Y'all have fun. I'll catch up with y'all later. But now it's like, wait a minute. There's a different thing before and after all. That sounds interesting. I'm curious. Same thing with soccer.
Do they still do the chicken dance though? Because
I think so. But I mean, they have like NFL introductions where they have like fireworks and shit, like before the game for their players and stuff like that. They have like an MVP of the game that they have like a whole presentation for. It's yeah. Okay. No wave though.
We don't.
I'm trying to start a wave right now, guys. Come on. Thank you. Oh wait,
Sorry, y'all. Jack's that small, so he thinks everything is scissoring.
Jack was just slapping
I have two children.
Jack was slapping her thigh and riding the wave in was what he was doing.
Okay, what do we got? We're already been on this for an hour and 15.
Yep.
All right. What white people shit? I know what white people shit Lou did.
Mm-hmm.
Lou went to Top Golf for a work event with a bunch of white people and hit some golf balls off a balcony. I think I'm going to have to stick to caddying because that did not go well.
You didn't learn anything from watching golf?
Man, yeah, actually I did. Towards the end, after, shot.
Embarrassing yourself.
20, 40 shots, whatever it was. Towards the end, I did finally start making some contact, and it wasn't too bad. I mean, I'm not about to go out and hit 18, but to be able to sit there and make contact felt kind of nice. And it was kind of the watching the golf, because if you're watching in the majors, like the Masters was on a couple weeks ago, and if you watch a lot of times in between, there's like a pro tip that comes on. It's like keep this arm straight and eye on the ball, left foot if you're right-handed, left foot line up with the ball. All these things, once I remember to do that, I was like, oh cool, I'm actually hitting the ball. I did learn that I am better hitting the ball off the ground with like an iron than I am with like a driver. Once you put the ball up on a tee, dude, I could barely hit it. You hit it off the ground, no problem. It was weird.
I have some white balls you can practice sitting low. I'll hook you up.
Dude.
He'll even drag them on the ground for you, Lou.
No problem. No problem. I got a club waiting for him, so no problem.
You got your 9 iron.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of scissoring,
I don't know, man. It was kind of cold today. That was a pitching wedge. So
yeah.
But I tell you what, though, coming back full circle, ain't using the sand wedge. Ain't doing it, y'all. No sand wedge.
Lou, you hit it into a bunker. Oh, it's gone. It's gone forever. That ball is dead to me.
No, I'm looking over. I'm looking over. Excuse me. Can I get a drop here?
Yeah. I'll take the penalty.
I'll take the 1-stroke penalty, and I'll do a drop outside the sand trap.
And can somebody go in the sand trap and get it from me?
Right. By the way, I was gonna say. And by the way, could you grab my ball, please?
Lou laying on the grass with his club trying to drag it.
No, I get it. I'll do what I can't remember if it was Happy Gilmore or something else. I'll use my freaking waders or my rain boots as my club covers. Because I see, you cover that way. When I do hit the sand trap, I can just pull off the club. Put my waders on, put my rain boots on, whatever. I'll be good to go. I mean, let's be clear. To get the ball, I'm still not hitting the ball on the sand because then sand might get everywhere and it might touch me. So no.
Yeah.
And that, folks, is Lou's white people shit for the week.
Man. All right, then we'll cut it here because we're at a good time. And it actually didn't come out this week, so that's nice.
It's not a short time or a good time, but it's been both.
All right, small victories.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
Gents, it was a pleasure as always.
And next week we'll have Lou's mom.
Oh,
next week our first guest.
We'll see. I could hear my mom already. Hey, what are you doing? What's going on? I hear you talking. Who's talking to? Like, oh god.
Yep. Best episode ever. Yeah, I got something to say. What are you guys talking about? Golf? Right? Oh man, I got a lot to say about golf.
No, my mom, she'd be like, "Shit, I don't watch no game. Your dad be watching that shit though. I don't know why. It's boring as hell."
All right. Well, you know what? You just need to have your mom listen to like the last 9 episodes, and then we'll get her comments on each.
We'll have your mom do like a homeboy from Ant-Man. She just recaps all our episodes.
Well, first he did this, and then he went over here and did that, and
I was like, damn.
And on that note,
yeah, peace out, everybody.
Have a good night, guys.